So Jaguar put out a statement. They released a official letter today, email today to retailers, responding to all of the internet response that they've gotten, criticism and reviews from their teaser that they dropped on Wednesday. And boy, is it a doozy. So Jaguar basically, if you haven't kept up with all of this, on Wednesday released a teaser that got a lot of attention, a lot of negative reviews, not showing a single car in it. A lot of people stating that Jaguar is now trying to create a woke agenda, and really kind of pushing away from releasing anything about a car, and really questioning, even to the point someone like Elon Musk questioning whether or not they even make cars. So in their email, they did answer some of these questions that people are asking, and people like myself are wondering what's going on with Jaguar. So they did respond to, is this a woke or political statement? Is this a DE&I statement? And they said no to both of those things. What they're trying to do is, the entire concept of the video was to promote the Miami Art Week, that they're going to be releasing the vehicle. And the video was never supposed to be some sort of teaser towards the actual car, more of an expression of their complete rebrand into something that nobody has ever seen before.
Why would Jaguar be releasing a teaser, let alone actually showcasing a car at Miami Art Week or any art exhibit, except for, they should be releasing it at car shows. They should be showing it off at CES, technological events, things like that. Like, everything is not zooted and booted. Real car enthusiasts, in which they should not be going 100% electric, but if they are going to go 100% electric, then they should be releasing a car around some kind of theme with regard to technology, or trying to capture the hearts and the minds of enthusiasts, or they should have done studies to where they can target their demographic to try to figure out exactly what they want. Now, some people don't really understand cars, and then there's people that really understand cars, and then there's the casual consumer. And so you're going to try to evaluate where you fit in that marketplace, especially considering the new direction that Jaguar is going. Now, the problem with that is that they've made hasty decisions, and I think that it's a lot of automakers that are making hasty decisions when it comes to their product portfolio. Number one, it's aging. Number two, they've already taken a year off from manufacturing cars, and they're trying to act like, oh no, we taking a year off from manufacturing cars because we trying to do a new redesign and we going in a different direction. Cap, they doing it because they couldn't sell enough inventory, and so all of their cars are sitting on the lot. But then, not only that, they basically killed the brand by going away from its heritage instead of capitalizing off of the times that Jaguar was really great and going into that. Instead, they got a new Sassy creative director that said that we're going to go in a completely different direction under Tata Motors, and we want to go the way of Nissan. For those of you that may not be familiar, Nissan is reported to only have less than a year and a half, actually closer to 12 to 13 to 14 months of cash on hand for them to be able to survive, and they are dying. And it is a lot of car companies that are basically going to be going under. Thankfully, the majority of them are outside of the United States of America, including Stellantis, but that's a whole nother conversation. But I guess my point is that the fact that they decided to go with this Sassy campaign and go woke, you're not going to unsee that. And they're trying to do damage control by then releasing a statement over to dealers and retailers saying, oh, no, this is just an ad campaign for something that we're going to drop during Art Week over in Miami. And people are not going for that nonsense. You went woke. And so any brand equity that you had with people that resonated is going to be dead. And so I don't know why people are not reading the room and being able to see what's going on. Even when it comes to the election, people clearly are going away from going woke, and they want to embrace some form of masculinity. That's the facts.
The one thing that was really interesting to me, though, was they asked, are they going to change anything based on the response that they've gotten from social media? And they said, no, they're going to go continued forward. They're always open to an encouraging discussion, but I think that they're going full force with this thing. If you're asking me my opinion on it, I personally don't like where they're going with it. I think that going full EV for your company anyways is a dangerous
Very
and
dangerous.
not listening to the
Took
market
a
move.
page out of Porsche's book.
We are moving away from Jaguar personally. But I think that it's just not a good move. You're completely destroying the heritage of one of the most recognizable brands on the planet for over 100 years. But the biggest thing that worries me as someone that does sell Jaguar Land Rover product and more Land Rover now is that Jaguar and Land Rover are the same company. One day, I'm afraid that maybe this entire concept of rebranding may leak over to Land Rover, and that would not be good. Now, it's hard to really imagine a world where that had actually happened, but they are the same company at the end of the day. Hopefully they learn from this mistake and do move on, but it sounds like they're going full forward on it, so I guess.
Well, that's the end of that brand. And so if you ever thought about the possibility of buying a Jaguar, I haven't personally. Jaguar hasn't created anything. I think it was XJR. It was like a little drop top. I'm not even sure what the name of it was. I think I had got one. I had a friend that had gave me one over in Tampa a couple years ago, and so I was driving around in that or whatever, and so that was cool. But other than that, it really, I don't see anything in their product portfolio. The I-Pace, maybe no, that's long in tooth. Competitors are getting more competitive. Automakers are creating great cars, and if you are going to move up market, then you got to speak to the consumer. And consumers don't want that, right? Consumers want things that move you, things that tap into its heritage. And car buyers are very, very, very picky and loyal to certain brands. And any heritage that you had, you should have tapped into James Bond or something like that. Any heritage that you had and brand equity is now going out the window with this new Sassy brand. The letters is upside down and stuff. One of them is capital, two of them is capital, the rest of them is lowercase. It's just dumb, and no excuse and nothing that they can say can get people to then say, hey, you know what? This is dope. This is awesome. Honestly, like car brands, Aston Martin recently made the new Vanquish, and I've never really considered Aston Martin lately. I guess that's another James Bond thing. Was Jaguar, was James Bond even in a Jaguar? I'm mixing up my brands. I think that was Aston Martin. Anyways, Aston Martin recently came out with the new Vanquish, and even though I know and most of us know most cars are going to depreciate, but they just dropped the new V12 in that mug, and I'm like, you know what? I'm thinking about it. We might have to throw that on the list because that mug is absolutely sweet. But any brand equity that Jaguar had is now gone because they decided that they wanted to go woke and target a demographic of people that's not even going to buy their cars. Who is at Art Week in Miami thinking about going to get a Jaguar? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. So I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. That is the update from the dealers. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, get your tickets to come and see me December 14th in Detroit. Discount code Anton. All of that is in the description. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace.